in probably the last 6 months. Thank you, Lavish and Regina. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Apex, Olga. Thank you, Olga and Christy. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Laura. Great to see everyone. This is our last morning. Thank you, Trey Frost and G-Tac. This is going to be our last morning here in the city of Yanji. We're leaving here. We're going to the Ice City Harbin right in the afternoon. Thank you, Christy and Kimmy and G-Tac. Thank y'all. What's up, everybody? Thank you, Nandita and Steve. Thank you, Yvonne. Great to see you, Yvonne, on the evening. Thank you, Powlab and Slaw. Thank you, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you, Mela Chupa and Lawana. Slaw, thank you very much. Look, everybody, we were supposed to go to the border with North Korea, but for a number of reasons, it didn't work out. I think right now, thank you, Smutty and Lawana. They're holding military drills the last couple of days, man, and I felt like maybe the border would be a little bit of a sensitive area. Thank you, Hat and Had and Justin. They're having all these military exercises, fighter jets flying overhead. So I feel like border is maybe not the best place to go for an American right now. Thank you, Mela Chupa. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. You know what I feel like doing this morning? Thank you, Nandita. It is raining. It is slightly raining. Thank you, Mo Green. Yeah, I felt like, as a foreigner here, maybe it's best not to go to the border when there's a freaking military drill over here. Thank you, Warrior and JK, for sharing. Thank you, but we're going to leave the city. We're going to go to the city of Harbin tonight, this afternoon. Thank you, Joanne. Yeah, maybe it's too sensitive in an area. Thank you, Little Jane and Joanne. All right, the weekend is here. Great to see everybody. I just decided I'm just going to go on live, and we're just going to take a walk in the city of Yanji. Thank you, Mark, right along the river. Thank you very much, Mark. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, I appreciate you, Warrior. Let's take a little walk along the river. Thank you, Pepper Kim. I gotta tell you this, man. So yesterday when I was streaming at this time in the morning, you guys could see that I was a little bit rattled by all the fighter jets. Thank you, Naomi and Lavish. Thank you, Olga, for sharing the live stream. Thank you, everybody, for sharing the live stream. The shares really help. Thank you, Lavish and Warrior. Please follow the... You know what? I don't even need to say follow the channel, man. Just share this live stream. Most of the viewers who are watching right now, follow the channel. You see that right there? It's a reconnaissance plane right there. Thank you, Warrior and Michelle. It's not a fighter jet. That's a reconnaissance plane. It's a lot of military activity going on around the border. Let me kind of explain a little bit as I'm walking down here. Thank you, Ishap. I kind of figured out what's going on over here. So from what I understand, they have joint military drills right now between China and Russia in the Sea of Japan. Whatever that is. I don't even know if that's a thing. Sea of Japan, East China Sea, wherever that is. So that explains probably some of the... I say probably because I don't know. It's all this military stuff. I'm not privy to it. But that'll probably explain why there were so many fighter jets flying overhead in this border city with North Korea. So this is why I'm getting out of here today. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Jane. That's why I'm getting out of here today. Don't want to be in this area for too much longer, man. We're going to go to Harbin. Thank you, Mela Chupa. Thank you very much. I've been here for 2 nights. It's time to get up out of here. It's been an eventful trip coming here, man. First night, no water. Thank you, Philip and Mela Chupa. First night, no water. And then yesterday with the jets. So we'll go ahead and get up out of here. Please follow the channel and share it. You know what? Just share the live stream. Tap on your screen. We're just having a very... For all my moderators, man, we're just walking around along the river here in the city of Yanji. We just chilling. That's how we doing. We just chilling. Nobody's out here because it's cold. Thank you, Olga and Bonita. Thank you so much. Nobody is out here because it's cold. It's raining. We basically got the whole park to ourselves. Thank you, Lavish and Cecilia. What's up, Xenia Lopez? Hope everybody had a great Friday the 13th. And hope everybody had a great Friday the 13th. Are y'all ready for the weekend? Thank you, Bonita and Mr. Phillip and Martha and Ville Marie. I know, man, but I tell you this, man, this water is dirty as hell. Look at this water right here. Thank you, Bates and Shayna. Look at this. Oh, you know what? That's right. Today, people are working. Thank you, Luana and MN Duchess, Tar Heel Babe. Man, MN Duchess, beautiful profile photo. One love. I like that. Thank you, Nana. Yes, today's a work day because we got a 3-day holiday coming up starting on Sunday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is Mid-Autumn Festival. I don't know if, thank you, Amuj. I don't know if Oliver's watching this. Thank you, Nana and Regina. Oliver, if you're watching this, man, celebrate, what's it called? Watching this, man, celebrate, what's it called? Oliver, if you're watching this, man, celebrate, what's it called? Mid-Autumn Festival. Thank you, Regina and Melachupa. Thank you, guys. Thank you, JK, for sharing. What's up, Sweet Tooth? What's up, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? Thank you, Sweet Tooth. Nah, it ain't Friday the 13th for me no more. Thank you, Evan and Night Wolf. It's very reflective walking out here, man. We've been on the road since July 4th, Independence Day. Think about that. We've been on the road since July 4th. Thank you, Olga. We've been on the road now for almost 70 days. It's the longest I've ever been on a streaming trip, on a trip of any kind. Thank you, Olga. Thank you, Victoria. Once this trip is over and we get back to Shenzhen and we're gonna start preparing for going to Taiwan, I'll make a list of all the cities and all the towns that we visited here in China in the last 2 months. Thank you, Pond Hopper and Angie. I'll make a list. But it's been a great trip, man. It's been a great experience. Man, thank you, Shannon. Coming to Vietnam very soon, maybe in the winter time. There's a million places I would like to visit. Thank you, Ville Marie and Chris. But it's just very, very reflective. Thank you, Rooks. Thank you very much. And also, we started the trip on July 4th. After July 14th, I started streaming solo. So I've been streaming solo now for almost 2 months. Thank you, Bates. Been almost 2 months of just streaming solo. Moving. Walking in the rain. Yes, please follow the channel. Thank you, Amuj and Kirby, for moderating for me. And thank you, JK, for sharing. Thank you, guys, man. Thank you, Blue Jambi. Where are the people? This is the suburbs, man. This is exactly what the suburbs of China looks like, a small town. You know, the reason by the way, it's Saturday, so it looks like maybe they're respecting the fact that it's a weekend. Thank you, Blue Jambi and JP, and the fact that all the fighter jets and all the military activity seems to have stopped. I'm not really hearing anything on this Saturday. Very, very quiet. Just out here. Thank you, Blue Jambi. Good morning, JP. Good evening, everybody. Everybody back home in America. Thank you, Hannah. So, for everyone who's watching right now, in case you're wondering why am I not along the border with North Korea, thank you, Mo Green and Daniel. After some careful consideration, number one, because it's raining. Thank you, Mo Green. Number two, thank you, sir, for the bracelets. That's how we move up the rankings. After some careful consideration, I decided that because it's raining, number one, and number two, with all the military drills nearby, it might be a little bit too sensitive of a time to go to a border with North Korea. So I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this city this afternoon and head further north towards Russia and go to the Ice City Man, thank you, Plant Groove, and thank you, Gene. We're gonna go to the Ice City Harbin this evening. We'll arrive by 7 p.m. Yeah, I just didn't want to risk it, man. I didn't want to risk it and go to the border. Thank you, Gene Bravo, Ada Torres, and they tell me I can't film, I can't stream, so it'll be a waste of time for me to go there. So thank you. Follow the thank you, William Bab and Torres and Gene Bravo, and it is cold, y'all. Today's got to be in the 50s. Thank you, Nancy Bell and Jane E. Jane, thank you, Paulav. We're gonna have a good time though in the city of Harbin, the Ice City. We're gonna have a very good time. Good evening, Nashanda. Thank you, Nashanda and Peony. We're gonna have a good time in the city of Harbin in the Ice City. It's gonna be a good time. That's gonna be a very exciting city. Thank you, Wonderful and Mr. Phillips. Why do they call it the Ice City? Thank you, Olga and Joni. There's a lot of reasons why they call it the Ice City. But the biggest reason, number one, is cold. Number two, every single winter, they build ice castles and the entire city has a world-famous ice festival. That's why I call it the Ice City. We're actually gonna go back there this winter time to stream the ice festival. It'll be extremely cold. It'll be brutally cold. We'll be near the border with Russia, not too far from Russia. But we're gonna go back there. Look, for all the folks that are watching this back home in America, you know, I'll tell you this, man, there's a lot of things as I walk down the city over here, a lot of things on my mind. See, look at this river over here. It's been a long journey, man. It's been 7 months of streaming. Been a wonderful ride so far. We're gonna keep it going. You guys are, man, I'm telling y'all, just standing along the river and just catching a lot of feels. Thank you, JK, for sharing. Let's keep moving. Thank you, Emin, Duchess, and Natalie. Yeah, there's a lot of fish here. That's why people do fish here. I saw a gentleman just now who's fishing. Who was that? Thank you, D. Ryder. Who is that? Thank you, Yesenia. Oh, okay. That was Chris Morris. Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you. To all the new viewers who are watching. We were supposed to be on the border with North Korea this morning, but it's a sensitive time right now. There's a lot of military activity going on. So I decided to stay put in this town and just walk around in the city, walk along the river, get on the bridge and just chill out a little bit before we head to the train station. I'm trying to read some of y'all's comments. Let's keep the comments flowing, y'all. Thank you, Good Deed. Hit me up with any questions, any comments. Thank you, Lil Jane and Good Deed. Y'all keep me company on this walk. It's raining slightly. That's not the problem. It's cold. Thank you, Chris Morris. Chris Morris, thank you so much for that galaxy. Thank you. I didn't set a goal today because we're just walking around, having fun. Thank you, Shauna. The other side of the river is also the city. It's the city of Yanji. That's actually not North Korea. We are about an hour away from the border with North Korea. This is also the city of Yanji. It's a beautiful city. Not a whole lot to do in this city. This is more like a resting station for folks who are going to all the nearby tourist stations, all the tourist places. There's not a lot to do in this town. It's a very quiet, sleepy town. You know, thank you, Super Dave. You know, this is just one of those places, man, where people... I'll tell you this, man. This is just one of those places in China where people are just here and living life. Thank you, Melinda, for the heart puffs. Thank you so much, Yesenia and Melinda and Chris Morris. Thank you, guys. Olga, thank y'all. Like, this is just one of those places where people are just living life. You know what I mean? Like, thank you, Paris and Hufflepuff and with their families. It's affordable here. It's not a lot of not a whole lot of excitement. Just like any small town in the States. You know, people just live life out here. Thank you, Claudia and Terry. Thank you, Sandy and Matilda. Yeah, we gotta skip the border, man. There's a lot of military drills nearby. I kind of feel like it's a sensitive time. It's a lot of. I don't want to talk too much further about the military stuff, but there's a lot of military drills. Thank you, Chris and CV. So I'm just gonna walk around in a non-sensitive part of town, walk through some neighborhoods. Look, man, I'm gonna be very honest with you guys, man. Thank you, Trina. It's a very, very hostile time right now between the country that I'm in and unfortunately the country that I'm from. Thank you, Fancy and Victoria. Times are not so good between the two countries, man, you know? And as an American who's living out here, you know, number one, I gotta abide by their laws and rules, man. But also at another time, you know, I'm just very reflective of, thank you, Trina and Eric's, of how we got here. You know, you guys, most of you guys don't watch Chinese social media. Like I watch a lot of videos on Chinese social media, and it's just we're just drifting further and further apart, and it makes me really sad. Thank you, all things. When am I coming back home? Very soon. I'll be coming home to visit, hopefully for Christmas. But please follow the channel and share. Thank you. Just share this live stream. Thank you, Lavish. Hit the share button. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Akaika. Yeah, I'll be back soon, man. I'll be back soon. And right now, you know, I've shown you guys maybe like 10% of Asia, 10% of this country, even less of Asia. I just feel like I got more to do here on this app. Thank you, Jaylay and Yesenia. You know, I tell you this, man. Let me tell you guys something that I've kind of discovered in these last few years of living here. Let me explain something to you guys. Thank you, Akaika. I've kind of realized that, and y'all could, you know, tell it to me from what you see back home in the States. What I've kind of realized in the last few years of living here is the most antagonistic people towards anything foreign, like anything American, anything Japanese, the most antagonistic people towards the what's it called, like, let's just say anything American that I'm seeing on social media tend to be from people who are the most poorly educated. They have very, very strong biases. Thank you, Lena, towards the United States, towards, you know, capitalism, all that stuff. It tends to be from people that I see to be poorly, very, very poorly educated. Thank you, Lena. The people who are very well educated, have an education, traveled all kinds of places here in this country. Let me give you, traveled all kinds of places in this country. Thank you, in the world. Thank you, Liz. They tend to be way more open-minded, way more friendly. But unfortunately, it's like, you know, as I travel around in this country, thank you, Nipa, it's like you encounter certain things that kind of validate what I see on the internet here on social media. Let me give you an social media. Let me give you that kind of validate what I see on the internet here on social media. Let me give you an example, man. Like, another reason is a lot of military activities, but also it's a sensitive time. But also, you know, let me tell you guys this story. You guys remember when I was in the city of Tianjin about I think 3 weeks ago? We were in Tianjin and we were doing an evening walk through the neighborhoods, and we ran into a market. Okay, we ran into a market just out of the blue. Do you guys remember that? And we walked into a market. Thank you, Chris Morris. And we ran into a market. You guys remember that stream? Just like a random market. Jazzy and Chris, and it wasn't planned. What's up, Irene Ham? Thank you, Sonia and Chris. You guys remember that stream? You guys remember that? And are we lagging? Is the signal good or are we lagging? Thank you, Irene. You guys remember that, right? Okay. You know, you guys remember also at that market, there was this gentleman who was like cussing at me. You guys remember that? Because he heard me speaking English. You guys remember that? That was actually on live stream, but I chose not to say anything and I walked away. But I was thinking about saying something, and then you guys told me to calm down. Thank you, Jazzy. You remember that? You remember that guy? right? That was at the market, right? Like, I never put the gentleman on camera, but it's like, you know, I wonder how it is back home in America. I wonder if it's the same thing, man. But I'm telling you guys, man, it's like, I was watching this video yesterday. It made me very, very upset, man. It made me very, very upset. You guys could go ahead and look it up on TikTok. I'm pretty sure it's on TikTok. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. So there was this video from 3 or 4 or 5 days ago. Okay? There was a video from 3, 4, 5 days ago that went viral here in China for all the wrong reasons. There were 2 Japanese tourists that were at the ruins in a Beijing tourist attraction. There were 2 Japanese tourists, and they were taking a photo at the summer palace, at the old summer palace in Beijing. And they chose a very sensitive spot to take that photo. They chose to stand in front of the fountain that the British and the French burnt down in the 1800s. So there were 2 Japanese tourists. They were standing there. They were taking a photo. And they were with their tour guides. So the 2 Japanese tourists had a tour guide. Okay? They had a tour guide, and they were taking a photo. The tour guide was Chinese. And this gentleman was like a streamer. He was basically a TikToker, a Chinese TikToker. And I don't know if any of you saw that video. Basically, he had a confrontation with the Chinese tour guide and the Japanese tourists because they were Japanese. And he posted this entire confrontation on his social media, okay? Hoping it would get views, hoping it would get clout. Okay, he posted the entire exchange. Except he got the opposite reaction that he expected. Everybody on the internet here in China was cussing him out. Okay? Because these 2 Japanese tourists, they were just here. They were just tourists. You know, thank you, user. And all of a sudden, they're getting a verbal assault from this guy just out of the blue for being Japanese. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, thank you, Irene Ham. So it's like, as you're watching this and you're just like, and this guy thought it would be a good idea to put it on social media. Thank you, Gene Bravo. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, I think about it like this. Thank you, Wild and Gene. Japan is one of the largest destinations for Chinese tourists. Thank you, Paulav and Gene. Imagine if a Chinese tourist went over to Japan. What up, Pugs? Great to see you, Pugs. Thank you, Kareen. Thank you, Olga. Thank you, Pugs. Thank you, Gene. Great to see you. Thank you, Olga. Thank you, Pugs, for the balloons. Thank you, Stacy. So, Pugs, we were supposed to be on the North Korean border this morning with China. This another place. It's different from where we were last weekend. But the weather is lousy, and there's military drills going on nearby, so I decided to just stay put. Thank you, Sherry and Stacy. Look, the moral of that story is very simple, man. There's a lot of people right now that I'm seeing on both sides, both countries. Thank you, Sherry, Liz, and great to see you, Pugs. There's a lot of people in America that I'm seeing on social media that are acting very, very hostile towards Asian Americans, Chinese Americans, Korean Americans, Vietnamese Americans. They make no distinction. There's a lot of people back home that are acting hostile towards the Asian American population. It started out during COVID. It got worse during COVID. But at the same time, to be very fair, thank you, Liz, I'm also noticing a lot of hostile activity. Thank you, Gene and Liz, here in China towards certain things that are foreign. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm just calling a spade a spade. That's why I'm being very reflective, just walking down the street. Thank you, Trina and Liz. Great to see everybody. So it's like, that makes me very, very sad to see that. And I hope that we have more love and compassion rather than more hate. Because I'm telling you guys, man, thank you, Liz. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It makes me real sad to see all this stuff, man. Thank you, Liz. Thank you very much. Thank you, Wukong and Liz. Man, I'm telling you guys, man. Some of these, thank you, Keith and Liz. Thank you, guys. Great to see everybody. Thank you, Cindy and Liz. Olga, thank you, everybody. Pugs. Let's keep it moving. Happy Friday evening, everyone. Happy Friday evening. Thank you, Victoria and Liz. It is sad, man. It is sad and disheartening to see this stuff. You know? I gotta tell you guys this, man. Thank you, Skull Love, Liz, and Bucky. And you know what's kind of crazy about that entire story? Thank you, Bucky and Liz and Jean. You know what's even crazier about that story? The guy that actually was very racist towards the Japanese tourists. Thank you, Snoozy and Liz and Claudia and Luciva and Powlab and Claudia. Thank you, and Dusiva and Snoozy. Thank you, guys. You know what's even, thank you, Big Al and Dusiwa. You guys know what's even crazier about that story? Dev and Lady Dev and Wukong, thank y'all. Is the gentleman that was being very racist towards the Japanese tourists is a convicted felon in the United States. This young man went to the United States. Thank you, Young and Dusiwa and Light and M2. This young man went to the University of California, Irvine to pursue an undergraduate degree. Thank you, ATL and Skull Lover. And he was arrested for sexual assault on numerous occasions. And he was convicted to 2 years in prison. He was handed a 2-year prison sentence by the court of California. So this man is a criminal. Thank you, Skull Love. This man is a criminal. And this man is out here making videos here in China. Thank you, MMC. How do I know that? Because people found him on the internet. This guy has gained entire notoriety here in China. Thank you, Olga, MMC. So he's just like, these are the type of people that are just out here, thank you, Olga and MMC, under the banner of loving China, under the banner of nationalism. Thank you, Light and Love and MMC and Eve, under the banner of nationalism and loving China. This guy is a convicted criminal and out here acting racist towards foreigners. Thank you, The Chaos. Thank you, MMC. So, like I said before, man, this is the type of stuff I see here. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it makes me very melancholy. Thank you, Trina, MMC. Just thinking about it. Thank you, Trina, MMC. Yeah, of course, man. I'm coming back to the States one day. Thank you, Skull Love. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the love. We just, thank you, MMC. And also, this guy tried to flee the United States. Thank you, Neats and MMC. He tried to flee. He was arrested at the Los Angeles airport. So this guy tried to flee, and he was arrested at the Los Angeles airport. Thank you, ATL and MMC. Oh, thank you, Liz. Liz is here. Thank you, Liz. Thank you very much. Look, for everybody who's watching, man, it's raining outside. It's cold. We were supposed to be on the North Korean border with China. Thank you, Ray Lee and MMC. But I figured it's probably not a good idea to go there during all the military drills that's going on nearby. Thank you, Cody, Ville Marie, and Peaches. So I said, better we stay conservative and stay here in the city. Thank you, MMC and Martha and Ville Marie. And just walk around on this one last morning here in the city of Yanji before we head to the Ice City. Thank you, Liz and MMC. Thank you, guys. Look, the reason why I keep telling you guys this stuff, man, is, look, thank you, Liz. We got a lot to be proud of. Thank you so much, Liz and Vicey and Snoozy. Thank y'all. We got a lot to be proud of, man. But there's a lot. I just hope, we've cultivated a very good environment here on our live streams. Thank you, Liz. And thank you, Pugs. Great to see you, Pugs.